What's up, Big Blue News? My name is Yosef, and this is the 110th episode of Big Blue News.
And my name is Ryan. This is the final episode of Big Blue News this year, so let's get right into the news. On Monday, May 19th, town meeting members voted to reject citizen petition that would have no wood-burning fires in the town after a lengthy and eager formal discussion over public health and local customs. The proposal was brought forward during citizens' petition by Dr. Lawrence Brock, a former Board of Health member. It was a final article of a warrant generated some of the evening's most fervent testimonies before finally falling in hand and vote. His reasons against ventures being that they block cities' concerns about fine particles produced by wood smoke, known as PM 2.5, which he has also said can travel deep into the lungs and create health risks, particularly in children and older adults. He also described wood as smoke as a carcinogen and pointed to suggestions organizations, including American Lung Association and the EPA. He also argued that Swampscott's population density can make outdoor smoke difficult for neighbors to avoid.
Recycling bins have been a topic of discussion recently, with people debating whether it would be a good change or not. Eric Hartman said, quote, "The town has been negotiating a new trash and recycling contract for a long time now," end quote. The town's current contract is ending, so the leaders are trying to work towards creating a more efficient system that has automated collection trucks and standardized bins for each house. The town meeting members have approved to fund the purchases of these bins and support the new contract. Officials said that there will be a new agreement. However, it will bring additional costs for recycling, fuel, and automation, but they think it will be better for waste service collections. Overall, the town leaders hope that this change will help and encourage more recycling, which will reduce waste and save money for the community over time.
The commencement ceremony of the class of 2026 has concluded. The class of 2026 plans after high school consists of 16 people attending a two-year college, 129 attending a four-year college, 4 attending an apprenticeship or trade school, 5 taking a Discovery Point program at SHS, 3 taking a gap year, 1 going to the military, and 11 going straight to employment. In total, the graduating class of 2026 has 169 students. Only to begin was the valedictory address for the class of 2026. Graduation with Scout Myers-Smith singing the national anthem. Avery Forbes, who is the class president of the class of 2026, gave a speech and showed a heartwarming video. Gabrielle Monde introduced Principal Zotto. Lastly, Eliana Young, the vice president, gave a speech as the students throw their graduation caps. As the class of 2026 walks the stage and ends their high school career chapter, we at SHS wish them a restful summer and success for their future endeavors.
Pride is June 13th at 4 p.m. on the Swampscott Town Hall lawn. It will feature many performances such as a drag performance, guest speakers from queer youth organizations, and both acts from bands such as Thread the Needle and Drive Home Safe. The event will run until 7 p.m. and there will be multiple town-run stands such as the Farmers Market and temporary tattoo booths. The event is run by the Swampscott High School GSA, also known as the Gender Sexuality Alliance, school nurse Megan Ramirez, and Cam Tracy, a member of Thread the Needle, who gave us this statement, quote, "I'm very excited for the upcoming event and I'm honored to both host and perform with my band," end quote. This year's Pride event is shaping up to be one of, if not the best, Pride event in the most recent years.
Pam Bondi testified before the House Oversight Committee regarding the handling of the Epstein files. She was questioned for mishandling victims' identities and personal information in the Epstein case, where she blamed her then-deputy Todd Blanche for the issues in redacting the files properly. Along with this, Bondi also refused to answer questions regarding President Trump and his involvement in the release of the redaction of the files. Overall, many of the Epstein survivors were dissatisfied with the testimony from Pam Bondi due to not being under oath and as well as not fully addressing many of her questions.
The World Health Organization has said that the outbreak of Ebola in the Democratic Republic of Congo is a, quote, "public health emergency of international concern," end quote. As of May 20th, 51 cases of Ebola have been confirmed in the DRC, and another 600 cases and 139 deaths are suspected. Without treatment, Ebola could kill up to 90% of the patients, according to the CDC. UNC is one of the 13 hospital systems in the U.S. designated for regional emerging special pathogens treatment centers and is ready to accept Americans who are exposed to Ebola. It is unclear if the virus will truly cause a global outbreak, but researchers are still keeping an eye on it.
We were able to catch up with Swampscott High School's Peter Franklin to talk about his retirement this year. Here's a quick look at our interview.
When I still love this job, and I still love this job, and I love the students, and there hasn't really been a day in the past 20 years where I haven't looked forward to walking into the classroom and seeing my students. And as I said on Saturday, thank you for trusting me with your humans, because we've done some great work together, and it's wonderful to hear from former students and how they're doing. And I even think back now, and this will make you smile, that just a few days ago I got a Facebook message from a former student from California, who we're still in touch, via the wonders of the internet. She's 67 years old. So my first students, I was 22, and my first students were 16, 17, and 18.
Oh, wow.
And you can do the math there. They're grandparents.
Wow.
They still call me Mr. Franklin,
That's incredible.
which I think is hilarious. But that's who it was at the time. So it's nice that they still remember. And back to your question, I'm just so grateful to have had 20 years here, and it's been a wonderful, wonderful journey.
If you want to see the full interview, it'll be posted on our YouTube later today. We're going to be moving on to the entertainment desk with special first-time guest, Chef Marvy.
Hello, everyone. Several big events happened recently that announced many new games for fans to get excited over. The State of Play event announced new PlayStation games on June 2nd. It showed new gameplay for Marvel's Wolverine and announced God of War Love, the latter of which excited many fans of the franchise. However, a bit of controversy arose when players found out the main character would be a woman. For some reason, people have the strange belief that because the main character is a woman, that the story will be less interesting. But more reasonable fans have spoken out and stated how this mindset is ridiculous. Next was the Summer Games Feast on June 5th, where new games Wolf Among Us 2, Control Resident, Mighty Cuphead Adventure, Final Fantasy VII, Revelation, and Resident Evil Veronica were announced. The Xbox Games Showcase on June 7th in this event were shown Spyro, a Realm Beyond Minecraft Dungeons 2, Persona 4 Revival, and Persona 6 The Last, which is finally the next new installment of the Persona series as a whole decade after Persona 5. Obsession is a movie released in theaters on May 15th by a small director, 26-year-old Curry Barker, who originally made short horror films on YouTube, and the movie cost $750,000 and made $224.7 million globally. It's the only film in 40 years to make more money on its third weekend than on two prior. The previous film to do this was E.T. Many have praised the first-time actor Indy Neverett for her performance. The Backrooms movie released in theaters on May 29th and was directed by the original creator of the short YouTube films, 20-year-old Kane Persons, otherwise known as Kane Pixels. Many people who liked and understood the movie about what the Backrooms are and how it worked. The people who typically dislike the movie only learned about it from word of mouth or played a fan game on it. Overall, the movie is performing greatly, making $212 million with only a $10 million budget. Disclosure Day is releasing and was directed by Steven Spielberg. This is a movie many are excited for due to the mysterious trailer and limited information known as Supergirl is also releasing on June 26th. There hasn't been much hype around it, but many DC fans are excited to see. Oh. Thank you. Oh my God. Still got a little bit. Hype around it, but many DC fans are excited to see the first adaptation of Supergirl in the DC cinematic universe. David Constance is returning to the movie as Superman, and upcoming actress Millie Alcock will be playing the famous character.
Hello, today I'm here with Anya Severino, Warren Gladstein, Milo Kalambokis.
I preferred Backrooms. I thought it was really good. Everyone thought it was bad, but I swear it was really good.
Well, I've seen Obsession, so I like that one more.
I think I like Obsession the most because it, well, I love the Backrooms and I really like the theories and everything in it. Obsession, I feel like, has a better ambiance and like just film, everything. I like Obsession better.
I think I'm more excited for Disclosure Day. It looked really good in theaters when I saw it in the trailer. But yeah.
Probably Supergirl.
Probably Disclosure Day, but I've heard it's not as good. But probably Disclosure Day. I love Supergirl, but I'm really into sci-fi, so probably Disclosure Day, yeah.
All right, thank you, Milo.
Olivia Rodrigo's third studio album, You Seem Pretty Sad for a Girl So in Love, released today. This album seems to be a switch from her last two albums, Sour and Guts, sporting new soft rock, dance, and orchestral sounds, as well as many sad love songs per Rodrigo. The album is split up into two sides, the Girl So in Love and You Seem Pretty Sad sides, respectively. But a 2-year wait is nothing for Sublime, who released their last album nearly 3 decades ago. In their new album, Until the Sun Explodes, vocalist Jacob Noel said he wants this project to be one for the hardcore fans. Noel is the son of late Brandy Noel, the former frontman of the band. He hopes to create a tribute to his father's legacy on this project, further exploring Sublime's existing alternative SKA rock sound. Until the Sun Exploded has released today along with Olivia Rodrigo's album. The Strokes are also releasing a much-anticipated album, Reality Awaits, on June 26. The band's foreman, Julian Casablancas, faced backlash for his heavy use of auto-tune in his singles and use of AI for promotional art. Also, a long-time guitarist Nick Vasenli dropped out of the Reality Awaits tour for unspecific reasons, disappointing many fans on May 30th. Swampscott High School's very own media arts classes held its summer student film screening in the auditorium, showcasing many different created films by students of the film classes, Digital Film Production 1, 2, and 3, and Media Arts Lab, all taught by teacher Joe Dulett. I've been teaching this film class at TV at the school for 11 years. This is the biggest and definitely the biggest turnout we've had for one of these, end quote, said Dulett. I forgot to do open quote. At the film screening, he shared his excitement for the buzz this recent film screening received due to adapting new advertising strategies, such as students creating individual posters to hang up around the school for their films. The screening housed a multitude of different genres in film, each with a student's individual creative touch present. Now to catch up in the world of sports with Alex and Aramis.
Hi, I'm Alex. I'm with my friend Aramis, and let's get right into it. So, the girls' tennis team has completed their undefeated season, finishing with a record of 21-0 and ranked 6th in MIAA power rankings. They made it to the Final Four in the playoffs after a huge win over Linfield 4-1, an incredible accomplishment, so congratulations to them. Unfortunately, they did end up losing in the Final Four, but this is still a great feat for the tennis team. We also got an interview with Nikki Carr, one of the star players on the girls' tennis team, so let's take a look. I'm Alex Alcazov, and I'm here with my friend Nikki Carr, who's on the tennis team.
Hello.
And I'm going to ask her a few questions today. Any goals/expectations you have for the tennis team in the future?
We have a goal to make it to Martha's Vineyard because then we get to stay overnight. But as long as we win, that's our major.
What's your next game?
May 29th at 4 p.m. and it's home.
All right, great. That conducts our interview. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Overall, the girls' season was pretty successful overall. Let's take notice of how far they've come.
The girls' lacrosse first playoff game as the 19th seed was on Thursday, May 27th against the 14th seed North Reading and took an impressive win 9-8. After the win, the girls unfortunately took a leave in the second round after playing the 3rd seed Neshoba Regional. Although Swampscott lost, for playing a 3rd seed team, it was an impressive game with a score of 9-7. We have an exclusive interview with lacrosse players Cecilia Tripp and Bridget Maloney on Friday, May 29th, 2 days after their North Reading game and a few hours before their Neshoba Regional game.
Hello, I'm Paul Marvunas, and I'm joined with 2 members of the varsity girls lacrosse squad who are
Cecilia Tripp, junior midfielder. Bridget Maloney, sophomore midfielder.
The girls lacrosse team have been electric so far this season, finishing with a record of 13-4. A ton of headlines. Cecilia Tripp scoring her 100th goal, triple overtime game winner for Bridget Maloney. So let's talk about that a little bit. Cecilia, scoring 100 goals this season, what did that mean for you?
I was super grateful and honored to achieve this accomplishment, and it just shows that hard work pays off after like all years of playing high school lacrosse. And I wouldn't be able to do it without my amazing teammates and coaches.
Love that. Bridget, I was on the call for your triple overtime game winner. From my perspective, it was amazing. Going through 4 defenders right off the tip-off, it was just electric goal. What was going through your head when you scored that?
Well, my coach Al told me that if I got the ball, I would have to take it to net. So I play better when my mind is clear. So I took a few deep breaths and got the ball and just took it to goal.
It was a beautiful shot. You guys have been great this season. Now you guys are in the Sweet 16 after a big win against North Reading with a final score of 9-8. What was the mentality of that? Because you guys were technically underdogs.
Even though we were underdogs, we had a lot of confidence because we've played similar teams as them, and the outcomes have been the same. So it was a pretty even matchup, and we just came in with a lot of confidence, and I think that's what really drove us to success.
Yeah, I feel like what separates us from other teams is that we're super confident and we knew that we were going to play with 110% and not give up. So that's what helped us win.
Congrats on the win. Good luck for
Thank
the
you.
rest of the playoff season. Thank you for the interview. It was a
Thank
great
you.
interview.
Thank you.
That's going to do it for us here. Back to the sports desk.
Unfortunate loss to Neshoba on Friday, May 29th, but still again impressive to the second round of playoffs, regardless. Congratulations to the girls lacrosse team for an impressive season, and we can't wait till next year.
The boys lacrosse team finished with a record of 9-9, ranked 26th in MIAA rankings. The Big Blue had a win or go home game to qualify for the playoffs against Masco and in a competitive back-and-forth game against Division II Masco. And thanks to John Von Barta scoring 2 goals in the last 2 minutes, the Big Blue took care of business at home with a final score of 9-8. They then had a preliminary round matchup where the Big Blue dominated with a final score of 15-3 against South Shore Tech. John Von Barta led the way with 6 goals, and the Big Blue qualified for the round of 32 and faced number 7 Weston away.
Oh my god.
Wow, that was intense.
That was
After
really
a tough
an
game,
intense
the Big Blue lost to Weston 11-6 in a tough game. And that unfortunately wraps up the Big Blue season. Although congratulations to the Big Blue for a great playoff season. And we can't wait to see where they will go next year. Junior Paul Varvonas got to catch up with John Von Barta after his back-to-back 4+ goal games against Masco and South Shore Tech. Here's what he had to say.
I'm Paul Varvunas, and I'm joined with
John Von Barta, junior midfielder, Swampscott High School.
So, John, boys lacrosse team, it's been up and down. You guys finished with a record of 9-9, ranking of 26th in MIAA. Let's talk about the first game to clinch the playoffs against Masco. What a game that was, scoring 4 goals, back-to-back goals with less than 2 minutes left. What was going on when you guys were down 1?
The team, we never doubted ourselves, never looked back. We just stuck to path, keep going, control the controllable, do what we can. Don't force the ball, stupid turnovers and stuff, and we need to be all right.
So you got 4 goals that game, and then the game yesterday, which was the 28th, against South Shore Valley Tech, was a one-sided game, 15-3. You guys took care of business. 6 goals that game, double hat trick. What's been the story for all these goals you've been scoring this year?
My teammates been setting me up well. We're kind of finally clicking as a group. As you said, we kind of started off slow, the chem, and we weren't really gelling right, but the offense is figuring out. We're all moving to the right spots, and yeah.
So what's been the mentality of this season with a lot of new faces? Colton Alex has stepped up. He's been great in the goalie. You have Emerson Joy, Tyler Ostroff, all those guys, sophomores mainly, been stepping up. What's been the mentality for all these new faces?
Yeah, Colton's been playing great. He's totally stepped up into a big role, big shoes to fill after the past few years. Like I said earlier, just control the controllable, and don't make stupid turnovers or force the ball. Just do what we can, and we practice really hard and try and win the games in practice rather than hoping for the best in the games.
You guys have looked great. Good luck for the rest of the playoff run.
Thank you, Paul.
Represent us well. Good luck.
Yes,
and
sir.
That's it for us here.
All right.
Back to the sports desk.
The boys and girls varsity track and field team have had a good season so far with a lot of prosperity in the meets. They've also produced NEC champions. Annabelle Averett had won NEC championship for first place for the girls 800-meter run, alongside Anthony Coella, who won NEC championship for first place in the boys 1 mile. So congratulations to both of them for their success in this season overall. Along the season, the track and field team has set multiple school records and placed exceptional divisional meets, ending off with the season with a bang.
Unfortunately, boys tennis did not make the playoffs, ending their season off on May 19th, losing against Marblehead 0-5. The record finished with 7-9, and good job to the boys tennis team, and we wish you the best luck for next year. You guys got it.
The baseball team has had their first playoff game as an 11th seed on June 1st and unfortunately took an early leave as they lost to Danvers 4-2. Though an upsetting way to end the season, the team still has to be recognized with an incredible season, ending with a record of 16-4. We got to grab an interview with player Isaiah Baez, but unfortunately the interview is too long, so it will be posted later today.
The FIFA World Cup 2026 is officially underway with 2 games happening yesterday. Mexico versus South Africa and South Korea versus Czechia. Today, the USA are looking to win their opener against Paraguay at 9 p.m. The USA, who is hosting the World Cup, is looking to win their group with Paraguay, Australia, and Turkey, which is the second hardest ranked group, according to FIFA Power Rankings. It's going to be exciting to see what the U.S. can do in this World Cup, and everyone is looking forward to all of the games this summer.
The NBA Finals is starting to get heated as tensions rise between teams and even fans. The Knicks and Spurs are going head-to-head for the 2026 Finals, as the last time the Spurs made it was 2014 and ended up winning in 5 games against the Miami Heat. But last time the Knicks made the Finals was 27 years ago, and coincidentally it was also against the Spurs, but lost in 5 games. As of today, the Knicks are up 3-1 in the series and took the first 2 wins in Spurs territory. Every game has been a nail-biter between the teams, as each game has ended within them being in 10-point range. The finals were so big this year that even Donald Trump was in attendance in New York for Game 3, that being the first time a current U.S. president has ever attended an NBA game. But Game 4 at MSG was absolute chaos, with the Spurs leading with a 29-point lead. When all hopes were gone for the Knicks, Jalen Brunson and the rest of the Knicks lineup started to fire up and brought that lead down to 1 point. After a crucial block from OG Anunoby, and with 5 seconds left, OG gets a putback layup to win the game, with the greatest comeback in NBA Finals history. Knicks fans have been crazy after games, rioting outside MSG after every game. This has gone so bad that after the Knicks lost Game 3, fans attacked someone wearing a Spurs jersey. Overall, it looks like the Knicks have momentum heading into Game 5 on Saturday in Spurs territory at 8:30. Knicks in 5.
That's all for sports. Now, we'll move on to the weather desk with Kenya.
Let's get right into the weather. We're taking a look at the live camera at the top of the Swampscott High School. It's looking pretty clear outside with a little bit of clouds. Now let's take a look at the live radar, with it being overall clear around Boston with a little bit of green indicating some slight rain. But today will be pretty sunny with a high of 76, a great way to start finals, followed by a beautiful sunny weekend with highs of 82. Unfortunately, the first days of finals week will open with rain, that being Monday having a thunderstorm while having a high of 78. Tuesday will give us a glimpse of sunshine, with Wednesday following it with some light rain and plenty of clouds, with temperatures on both days being a humid 76. Thursday sees a slight dip in temperatures down to 73, with 1 thunderstorm ending the school year, and to cap it off, Friday, which is also the day of Juneteenth, will be very sunny with beautiful weather up to 74 degrees. That's all for this week's weather. Let's take a look at upcoming events with Yosef.
This time for upcoming events, we have the annual Swampscott Pride Celebration tomorrow on June 13th at the Swampscott Town Hall from 4 to 7 p.m. The following day, Sunday the 14th, there will be one of many of the Swampscott Farmers Markets that they hold this summer. This one will be at the Town Hall from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. On Wednesday, June 17th at 5 p.m., the moving on ceremony for the Swampscott Middle School will be happening at the high school. The night after, on Thursday, June 18th at 9:30 a.m., the elementary school will be having its moving on ceremony at the Swampscott Elementary School. One more on Sunday, the 21st, from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. There'll be another farmer market at the Swampscott Town Hall lawn. And the farmer market happens once every week on the Sunday for the whole summer. And finally, on Thursday, July 2nd, from 4 to 7 p.m., there will be reading of pieces with Frederick Douglass at the Swampscott Town Hall lawn. All are welcome to attend and partake in this activity. Thank you for watching this school year's last episode of Big Blue News. Make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications so you never miss another live.
On behalf of the current Big Blue News class, we wish you amazing luck over the summer, and we thank you for your support throughout the year. We'll see you next school year.
Bye.
Bye. Man.